Bang, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my 2025-26 NHL season prediction video. However, this won't be just a prediction video, as my predictions will be going up against the NHL 25 sim engine. So for every prediction that I get right, I get a point. For every prediction that the sim engine gets right, they get a point. We'll come back to this at the end of the year and we'll see who gets the most points. If I lose to the sim engine, I'll give something away. What that is, I don't know yet. You guys let me know what you guys want me to give away. So without further ado, let's get straight into these predictions. Let's start off with the President's Trophy winners. I will be selecting the Vegas Golden Knights to win the President's Trophy, and according to NHL 25, the Tampa Bay Lightning will win the President's Trophy. Vegas finished third in the entire league last year. Now with the addition of Mitch Marner, who knows what they're going to do. I think personally they're going to win the President's Trophy. Now for the inverse, who's going to finish last in the league? I'm going to be taking the Chicago Blackhawks, and according to NHL 25, the San Jose Sharks are once again going to finish in last. I think Chicago's going to finish last only because I feel like they didn't really make any improvements. San Jose made some improvements at the draft in the free agency market, so that's why I think Chicago's going to finish last. I don't see anybody else really finishing last. Now for their draft lottery, I think the Chicago Blackhawks, who I predict are going to be in last place, they'll win the draft lottery. Gavin McKenna will play with his cousin Connor Bedard. And as for the NHL 25 sim, Gavin McKenna is going to stay in Pennsylvania, but he will be playing with the Philadelphia Flyers. And for the Stanley Cup final matchup, I'm going to have the Florida Panthers making their 4th consecutive Stanley Cup finals, this time once again against the Vegas Golden Knights. A rematch of the 2023 Cup Finals. However, Florida is going to win it this time, solidifying themselves as a dynasty. The NHL 25 sim is going to have the Nashville Predators losing to the Washington Capitals. The only way I could see this happening is if the Nashville Predators have the biggest turnaround of all time. Nobody expected them to be a bottom 3 team in the league last year. I don't think really anybody predicted that the Washington Capitals would be a top 3 team in the league last year. Realistically, I don't see this matchup happening. On to the individual player trophies now, and my prediction for the Conn Smythe Trophy of that said final will be Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk is always locked in the playoffs, and I think he'll be like that once again, leading the Panthers to victory this time against the Golden Knights. The NHL 25 sim engine has Alex Ovechkin potentially ending his NHL career with his 2nd Stanley Cup and his 2nd Conn Smythe Trophy. Washington going far in the playoffs could happen, and if they do, I think Alex Ovechkin is the man that will lead them. Obviously, he's the captain of the team and the greatest goal scorer of all time. My prediction for the MVP, the Hart Trophy winner, is going to be Connor McDavid, and the NHL 25 sim engine is going to agree with me. It's his contract year, and he wants to get paid, whether it's going to be from the Oilers or some other team. He wants the big bucks. The Ted Lindsay is also going to go to Connor McDavid, and the NHL 25 sim engine will also agree with me on that one. I feel like most players who win the Hart Trophy end up going on to win the Ted Lindsay anyways. For the Art Ross, I think the MVP is going to take home the Art Ross, Connor McDavid. Pretty self-explanatory. The NHL sim engine is not going to agree with me. They're going to take Austin Matthews to win the Art Ross. I think Austin Matthews needs a bounce back season for that to happen, but it's definitely not unrealistic. For the Rocket Richard, I'm going to take Leon Draisaitl. He's going to go back-to-back. McDavid needs to feed somebody, and Leon's just going to put them all in the net. The NHL sim engine is going to take Austin Matthews to win the Rocket Richard. Put up 69 a couple years ago, and like I mentioned, if he has a bounce back season, it can definitely happen. For the Norris Trophy, it was very tough between Makar and Hughes, but I ended up going for Cale Makar. Makar is one of the best two-way players in the game, and I feel like that's becoming more of a two-way trophy. The NHL 25 sim engine is going to take, oh my god, they're going to take Evan Bouchard to win the Norris. As a matter of fact, Sydney Sweeney's just DM'd me because I think that has a better shot of happening. If Evan Bouchard wins the Norris this season, I will get a picture of his face on a cake and eat it live. One of my biggest hot takes in this video, but for the Vezina Trophy, I'm going to have Adin Hill winning it. If the Golden Knights do win the President's Trophy like I predict, Adin Hill will definitely be locked in. He's been locked in all season, and he is one of the most underrated goalies in the league. Great pick from the NHL 25 sim engine here is they're going to take Jake Ottinger to win the Vezina. In my opinion, Ottinger is easily a top 5 goalie in the league, so this is a good pick here. Believe it or not, the Selke Trophy was actually the hardest one for me to predict here. It was either between Barkov or Kopitar, but I'm going to end up going with Kopitar, and the NHL 25 sim engine will agree with me. With reports coming out that this is Kopitar's final season in the NHL, I think he'll take home the Selke, following in Bergeron's footsteps of retiring after winning the Selke. For the Calder Trophy, I'm going to go with the consensus pick here, Ivan Demidov. 19 years of age, he's obviously had a little bit of NHL experience under his belt, and he's looked quite good in those games. The NHL 25 sim engine is going to have Caden Lindstrom win the Calder Trophy. Unfortunately for him, though, this is not possible as he has committed to Michigan State for the 2025-26 season. And last but not least, for the Jack Adams Trophy, I'm going to have John Cooper winning it. I feel like the Jack Adams Trophy has gone to the overachievers of the league, and I think the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to overachieve this season. season, doing better than a lot of people will predict them to do. Obviously, Tampa finished 7th, but if they can get into the top 3, I think Cooper can take home the Jack Adams for the first time in his career. And according to the NHL 25 sim engine, Spencer Carberry is going to take home the Jack Adams. Like I mentioned, this is an overachiever award in my opinion, but the Washington Capitals were definitely overachievers last year when Carberry won it. He'll take it home again this year according to the sim engine. And that's going to do it for the predictions. Let me know who had the better predictions, me or the NHL 25 sim engine. And of course, let me know your predictions in the comments. Will Marquette break Alex Ovechkin's goal record? Thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me. Be sure to like and subscribe. Peace.